Alright, here we go, okay. Blah, 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 blah. Ah! No! Okay. Hey guys, Matt here with Matty Builds, the purveyor of dog and pound leather goods, also Black Bear Blades. I'll get to that later. But today we're doing a little build along. Not a build along. I'm showing you how I make one of the main things I sell on my Etsy, which are card boxes. So these are my personal ones. This one's a green, red, and white, I believe, that dragons and dinosaurs. This one's vampires and angels, a black-white deck. These are my personal ones. I also have, oh no, these, which are in the process. So just a nice blue one and a purple one. So I guess a red blue. I guess I don't know the names, but I'm gonna show you how I make one of these. So these are the main thing I've been selling for the last 2-3 years. It's the thing that kind of kicked it off because my buddy was like, hey, can you make me one? And I'm like, I'm gonna figure out how. And then I put them on Etsy, and now I've sold a lot. So it's not super simple. I mean, it is simple, but it's simple because I know how to make them. So yeah, but they fit. This current iteration fits 100 cards, single sleeved. Usually everyone buys them for MTG. Some people, I've had several people buy them for Yu-Gi-Oh! Several people buy them for Pokemon. But most people get them for MTG. So I just got an order for one last night. Well, technically this morning. And now I'm going to show y'all how I make one. So let's get started. Alright, so I got to get this out of the way. So there we go. That's how you do it. Alright, so let's start off with this. I really gotta clean this up here, but I refuse. So I'm starting off with this veg tan. It is the Craftsman Oak Sides that you can get from Tandy. And it is a 3 to 4 ounce leather. And the reason I use this thinner leather is because I laminate it. So I cut 2 pieces out of this and then stick those together. So this order is a black with a brown with a black interior. So the outside of the deck box is going to be brown, inside is going to be black. So I take the 2 pieces, dye them separately, glue them together, then do the holes. So it's a simple shape. Yes, it looks like a cross. It's simply a shape. What this is essentially the 4 corners and the lid, and I'll explain the rest later. So let's get started. Alright, hey guys, so cut those out. I got these 2 pieces right here, so they're gonna get laminated back to back and then folded up like so. Box. But first I gotta dye these. One side is gonna be brown and the other side is gonna be black, so let's do that. Okay. So, apparently, I have like a 5 minutes worth of regular footage of me gluing the boxes together. I did have some time lapse, but apparently I forgot to actually put it on time lapse. So here's part of the time lapse. So what you saw in the last video is me dyeing the two halves. They want the outside brown and the inside black. So I dye those separately, so I'm not getting, because the black dye, once it's in there, it's really hard for any of the other colors to fight it. So I dye those separately, let them dry, glue them together. So here's me gluing them together, and then we're gonna get on to punching holes. All right. So, you saw me punch all the holes, and I redid my template so it actually has the holes in here. That way it's easier to mark where it's supposed to go on here, okay? All right, so where'd I put it? It's the issue. I try to organize. And so all I'm doing is just perfect. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I gotta message them because I don't know what lock they want. So I do two locks. I either do the bronze or the nickel. These are the two locks. And that's mainly what I offer. Because Tandy, I love y'all, but they do a black one and they do a copper one. Both are like very shiny and I don't like them. If the black was in a matte, I would also offer that as an option. And if they had the aged copper, I would also offer that one, but they don't. So let me message the buyer real quick because I actually want to make sure I put the right lock on there. Sometimes I'll just do one and people are fine with it, but I like to ask. So, well, that was quick. I didn't even have to switch projects while waiting. Customer messaged me back already through Etsy. They want a silver lock, so we're gonna give them a silver lock. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm so irritated. I just filmed a video in slow-mo. So, yeah. So what I was meaning to say is that I'm going to throw some footage in of the box stitching and putting the lock on. I'm just gonna throw them in together because it's a back and forth process between the two. So let's get started. Alright, so one thing I do here is I actually sew these up because since they're glued, the glue should hold, but I just like that little extra security and it also looks good. So I've sewed up the top edges here. So I'm going to cut these, burn them, take care of that, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the front lock on. So like that. I'm gonna put that on there, and then I'm gonna start stitching up the rest of this. So let's get back at it. Alright, so this is the first corner done. So this gives you an idea of what they look like. So it's literally just do the edge up. Sometimes it all depends on the look I'm going for. But yeah, I actually like going ahead and putting the lock on. So let's keep going. All right, so sorry that took a minute. So this is it. It's still a little stiff right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little water to loosen this up so this will fold over. I'm gonna also soften this so it will flatten out, and I'll put a little indent in it so it wants to sit up. And then I put a box inside of these, if I can find it. Here it is. Take this box and put it inside, and it helps get the shape more box-like. So I'm gonna go do that, come back, hopefully this will be done soon. Alright guys, so I completely forgot to film the finishing of this. To explain what I forgot to film, I burnished the edges on the box, so these edges to make them nice and smooth. I took some heat to it because since I used the wax thread, the thread it has wax everywhere, so I melt that off. And then I do some water forming. So essentially I soak this thing, and I do this to the bottom so it will actually stand up. And then I do some water forming on top to make this fit nice. So this is a finished deck box. I kind of forgot to film because I didn't finish this yesterday and I went to finish it this morning. Kind of just went into the zone, and all of a sudden I'm like, I forgot to film. So, but yeah, finished deck box. So that's how I make these. I'll probably do another video going more in depth in the future, but that's how I make these. So, hey, this has been Matt with Matt Builds. Y'all have a great day.